2. I'm not really sure what. I'll come through and my screen went black. So I am back. Let's see if I can get a couple of you here and shortly. I kind of lost my train of thought, but nevertheless, I was talking about self-assessment, being honest with yourself, and kind of doing an audit, if you will, of the various, what I call them in my practice is life zones of your life. So your spiritual, physical, emotional, social, and financial, and occupational. That's what I left out. Occupational, all those areas, sit down and take an opportunity to see where you are in those areas and sort of rate yourself. Yeah, I think we did get cut off time. I'm not sure. I had a call come through and I, dismissed the call and then my screen went black. And so I don't know. I don't know what happened. So but nevertheless, as I was saying, it's time to do an audit. Check yourself in all of those areas. Rate yourself number one. I think that's a good idea to do as we're assessing yourself in this season, right? So just take a regular sheet of paper. I have forms and all those things that I have for my clients that I use when we talk about our life zones and setting goals and things for the next chapter, next season, right, or next quarter. But one of the things you can definitely do is just take a regular sheet of paper or a notebook or your journal and write down these areas: spiritual, emotional, physical, financial, occupational, and social. Write down all those areas and then rate yourself on a 1 to 10 where you rate yourself in those areas, right? And so the areas that you feel are 5 and below, focus on those areas this next season, right? Maybe for the month of October, you'll focus on one area. Your capacity of being able to focus on an area, right? Based on your lifestyle, based on your schedule, your intentionality and the things that you do. I'm sorry, I'm slipping here off this stool. Your capacity, right? And you don't want to overwhelm yourself because, as I said earlier, if you overwhelm yourself with activity that when you're not familiar with that level of challenge, if you will, then you'll shrink back and you won't do anything. So if nothing else, focus on one area. So if that's your physical health, focus on that. If it's your emotional health, focus on that. If it's your financial, maybe just have a goal for the month of October financially, not to go to Starbucks. I have been, let me tell you something, sidebar. It's tea time with Coach. Anything can happen here. Sidebar. So I have been for the most of the month of September. Took my daughter to school in August. Right. So most of August, September, probably 3 times a week, I've been going to Starbucks to work. So here's the thing. I have a home office that I work out of, but sometimes I just do better when I'm not at home. I just do. I get distracted less. I get more distracted sometimes if I'm at home. So I know that if I go to the library or to Starbucks or something like that, that I can really hone in. And it depends on what it is I have to accomplish. And I can just work there for 3 straight hours and get things done. So I've been doing a lot of that over the past month and a half. And it's been great. I've been super productive, achieving a lot. Then I may come back home and do some things. But my Starbucks bill, if you will, how much I've been spending in Starbucks has increased, right? Because you spend money when you're at Starbucks, right? So you're talking about teas or muffins or whatever the situation may be. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. We're going to cut that back in October. But nevertheless, right, you determine those areas for you and how you can achieve that, right? And that is how you make progress. And the beautiful thing is, small wins build confidence. Right. So if it's just your physical body and you decide, hey, I need to be walking, or I need to go to the gym, or I want to hire a trainer, whatever level it is for you, focus on that for October. Right? If you're just starting a business or a purpose pursuit or a ministry or a non-profit organization, what do you need to do in the next 30 days to kick it off or bring it to another level? Or what area of that business do you need to be really, really working on and focusing on? Right? But you have to be intentional. right? You have to be intentional. Point blank, period. And you have to learn you have to change your mindset, change your behaviors, right? And so if it's not something that's normal to you to work on your business, or if you're writing a book, working on that, writing a book, or whatever that is, you've got to allot time, and you have to begin to change your habits, right? So whether that's something that you do in the morning, something you do in the afternoon, or something that you do in the evening, you've got to change. And you have to also maybe even remind yourself. So you may have to put little sticky notes places to remind you to do whatever it is that you need to do every day, right? Only you know you. And that's why I said you have to look in the mirror, tell yourself the truth, and make the necessary changes, right? Self awareness is the biggest key to growth, right? The biggest key to growth. So let me see if I had anything else in my notes that I wanted to share with you guys on today. I think that is pretty much it. I'm excited about a new quarter. All weekend, that's where my focus is this weekend. And I'll give Mr. P a little bit of time. No, I'm just kidding. and but my focus is on continuing to plan. There's some things I'm getting in place for this quarter, personally and from a business perspective. And I'm excited about it. And listen, whoever's watching, let's yes, making changes is making you grow a lot more. Yes, because those changes stretch us. They stretch us. They definitely stretch us tight. And but here's the thing. We don't even know how far we can be stretched. Sometimes we don't even know what we're capable of because we don't allow ourselves to stretch. It's easy to be in our comfort zone. It's easy to stay in the doing those things that we don't even have to think about, right? That just come, we can do it our eyes closed, right? But growth is in the stretching. And as you stretch, as you grow, your confidence builds, right? And you get to see some things about yourself more clearly than ever. You can do this. These next 3 months can be whatever you want them. You can walk into 2023 however you choose, but you got to first look in the mirror. So listen, thank you so much for coming, joining me, whether you're joining live or by replay. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you in the comment section. Number one, do you like planning? Do you plan, or do you just sort of go day by day? It's your life. There's no right or wrong necessarily, right? But there is some things that, I can definitely say um, that people who achieve their goals and who are successful in whatever area of life that is, there is sort of a method to the madness, if you will. And if you're having a challenge in that area, you may want to rethink how you're doing things, right? If we don't plan, we plan to fail. I'm paraphrasing that quote by Benjamin Franklin, right? But this is definitely a season to plan. But you can walk into 2023 however you choose. You don't have to let a separation or divorce or a negative challenge in your life alter what you do. Every single day you have an opportunity to start over, to get started, to begin. Every single day is a new opportunity, right? So get started. Look in the mirror, talk to yourself, assess, be honest, and get ready to take this last quarter of the year by the bullhorns, if you will, in whatever area of life that you want to progress in. It's up to you. So again, I'm Andrea M. Stuckey, the Divorce Liberator, and your favorite divorce coach. Listen, if you're not following me over on Instagram, you are missing out. So you can go over and follow me there at divorce_coach7, at divorce_coach7. Lots of great content I put a lot of personal stuff on there as well. So you get to know me just a little bit better, if you will. I love Instagram stories. I love the reels, love to have fun. And I also love to deliver content and encourage you on this journey. I have been out of my second marriage for 12 years. I have co-parented for 12 years. I have been in the dating space, if you will, for 12 years. So those are some areas that I can not only talk about from my experience working with other women, but that I have actually walked through myself, including 2 divorces. So have a wonderful and blessed day. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and share this broadcast out. And I will see you